Sir. Right, right. Good morning, viewers. Right, this is Ram Mohan Rao, and we are discussing about 8086 microprocessor. Right, 8086 microprocessor is 16-bit microprocessor. This is called Intel family. There is a 8085, 8086, 80186, 286, 386, like this. There is a different families which are to be used here in the microprocessor architecture. Okay. The main function is, generally we are saying it is a processor. Generally we are saying it is a processor. The computer architecture, what it contains: input, output, processor, and the memory. In this processor, what is you are having is one is arithmetic logic unit, and second is a control unit. Right, what are the features of this microprocessor is, it is a 16-bit microprocessor. It has 20-bit address lines. Means generally what you call is the data bus and address bus is mixed here. It has 20 bits address bus, can access up to 2 to the power of 10, 20 memory locations. It can support up to 64K input output ports. It can support 64K IO ports. It provides 14 and 16-bit registers. The word size here it is a 16 bits, and double word size is a 4 bytes. Here the address bus is multiplexed. Means suppose if you are using a lower order, that is used for the address bus, and higher order is used for the data bus. For example, actually AD0, AD5, 15, that is used for the address bus. Actually 16-bit address bus, 8-bit data bus, and 8-bit control bus. And A16 to A19, that is used for the lower order buses. Here address latch enable, that is a signal, that is a signal which is enable the address bus and data bus. Suppose if it is high, address bus will come, and if it is low, data bus will be acted. Therefore address and data bus here it is a multiplexed. Means these are combined in a single bus. Right? What is bus? Bus is a set of lines, electric wires which are able to carry the signal. Here we are seeing everything operation which is done by the clock pulses. Here for microprocessor you are having a 5 megahertz clock frequency. It is split into the X1 and X2. X1 is used for the internal operation, and X2 is used for the external operation. That is a microprocessor. Okay. Right. The main advantage of 8086 is to design operate in the two modes. One is a minimum, and second is a maximum. And the memory can be fetch up to 6 instruction bytes for one execution of the cycle. How many instruction bytes can be fetched? 6 instruction bytes can be fetched from the memory. To speed up the instruction execution, you are using the instruction cycle. It requires 5 power supply, 40 pin dual in the line in package, and addressing range is 5 zeros to 5 Fs. See, the address range is here it is a 5 zeros to 5 Fs. Means address can be, you can give from 000H to FFFH. H here it is represented as a hexadecimal. Hexa means 16. Means 0 to F is 16. That's why it is called hexadecimal. Right, in the architecture you are having a two parts. One is a execution unit and another is a interface unit. Execution unit and an interface unit. The arithmetic logic unit. So what are the upper part is interface unit, the interfacing with the memory. That's why it is called interfacing unit. Here there is a decoder, code segment, data segment, stack segment, and extra segment with the instruction pointer. With the instruction pointer, bus interface unit is related to the buses which are to be used in the bus. Here C bus, A bus and B bus. C bus is control bus. There are 4 control signals which are to be used here. Memory interface. Right, address bus and data bus. Right, there is a arithmetic logic unit. Here there is some flags are there. Here the registers are AHAL, BHBL, CHCL and DHDL. The AH register is for the accumulator, C is for used for the counter. And there is some other program counters which are used for the stack point, base point, source index and destination index. Source index and destination index. There are another control systems we are here you are using the instruction stream, that is here it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. One, two, three, four, five, six. Here it is given. Right, internal architecture of the 8086. Here it is given. It has 2 blocks. It has 2 blocks. One is bus interface unit and execution unit. The bus interface unit handles all the transactions of the data and addresses on the buses for execution unit. It performs all bus operations such as what we call fetching, reading, writing. Already I said there is a IO read and IO write for memory, from the memory and input output devices, calculating the addresses of the memory and which are to be transferred in the instruction queue. Execution units instructions from the instruction system byte queue. Bus interface what it will contains the instruction queue segment, registers, instruction pointer, address adder. It contains control circuitry, instruction decoder, ALU, pointer and index register, flag registers and etc. There are most important case here is a segment registers. Already said there is a code segment, instruction segment, data segment and extra segment. There is some flags are also using here, 0 flag, sign flag, carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, like that. The instruction pointer will show where the address is, where the instruction is stored in the memory, and address will show where the instruction address is there. Therefore, here there is a pointers and index registers are used. For example, the execution unit. Right, what is the function of the execution unit is decodes instructions fetched by the bus interface unit, generate control signals, execute instructions. The main parts are control circuitry, instruction decoder and ALU. The main parts is control circuitry, instruction decoder and the ALU. Right, here the AX is divided into 2 parts. One is AH and second is AL, that is accumulator. Second is base, BX, BH and BL. CX is CH and CL, count. DX is DH and DL, data. The pointers are stack pointer and the base pointer. the indexes are source index and destination index. The indexes here, it is a source and destination index. Okay, thank you very much. We will discuss some other program later.